Hi, welcome back to Starfire's channel. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, depends on what side of the world you're on. Um, if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when I'm on. If you'd like to reach out to me, please leave a comment at the bottom. Got this little curl sticking right up there. Oh, well. Leave a comment at the bottom. Or you can reach me at my email, which is STARFIREQUEEN, for beautiful, at gmail.com. Or look me up on Facebook. All right. Today I decided that I am going to talk about zodiac signs and how they are as a person, as a friend, as a lover, as an enemy. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sign that I truly know a lot about. Scorpios. Myself. Me, myself, and I. Y'all know them three best friends I tell you about. So I want to start off with talking about Scorpios. Are they good friends? Are they bad friends? As you know, the Scorpios get the two worst raps. You know, they say we're sneaky and we're evil. Sad part about it is, truthfully, it's true. We can be both. Okay. So, got my white candle burning here. Got my incense burning. We're ready to go. So, let's get started. Okay. Understanding a Scorpio as a friend is what I'm going to talk about today. Okay. We might go in a little bit further about a lover and things like that. But definitely about a friend and an enemy we're going to discuss today. Now, a Scorpio can be a very dedicated and loyal friend. We are very challenging. And when we get into a relationship, no matter what type of relationship, friendship, lovers, whatever, we go all the way in. And let me explain to you why. Because we don't have a lot of relationships. As a Scorpio, I do not have a lot of friends. And I don't long to have a lot of friends. We're pretty much, how you say, loners to a point. Because we don't trust people. Have a lot of trust issues, I must say, as Scorpios. We do. We'll bring excitement into your life. Definitely. Definitely, we will bring excitement in one way or the other, whether it's positive or negative, but we're coming with it, okay? I also took notes. If you guys see me looking down, decided to make sure it's not just all on me. I want to make sure I have backup on this. A Scorpio as a friend will be your friend for life. We're very dedicated to our friends. That's why we don't have a lot. How can you have over 100-something friends and be dedicated to them? It's a bunch of crap. Most of them are associates. People are just scared to say it. I look at people on Facebook and they've got 5,000 friends. Well, you don't know half of them. You're lying. You just, they sent you a request, you hit friend. How do I know? Because my husband and I had this little challenge going on, because he's also a Scorpio, to see who could hit the 5,000 mark in friendship on Facebook first. We don't even know 99.9% of these people. And once we did it, we had to go back and delete and block everybody. That was more of a pain than anything. So what I'm saying is that no one has that many friends. You can't be a friend and have 5,000 friends. A friend is someone who is dedicated, loyal, committed, and understanding, and willing to deal with your bullcrap. Because each and every one of us have that. You got your bullcrap in your closet. If you think you don't, move your broom closet, which is sweep it out. You'll see some crap on the floor. Okay? Scorpios are great friends because we don't have a lot of friends. I keep my circle very, very tight to the point where sometimes my husband even gets on me. He goes, you need to make some friends. And then when I do, I normally find out that I should have stayed to myself. Because when a Scorpio gives you their all, that's exactly what we're doing. We are giving you our all. And it's up to you how you accept it, how you treat it, and how you misuse it. Because once you misuse it, understand this. You will not regain that back from a Scorpio. Okay? A Scorpio will not trust you again. Scorpios are very great grudge holders, unfortunately. If you have wronged a Scorpio, I advise you to just run for the hills or jump into the sea, because they're coming for you. Scorpios have that tendency. We don't have to make it our day to go look for you. Because some kind of way, you're going to come back in the circle and you're going to find out that you ran across a Scorpio and you did them wrong. And they're going to let it be known. As a Scorpio, as a friend, they will give you your last dollar. They will give you a place to lay your head. And they will put food in your stomach. And they will trust you to the utmost until you violate the trust. But once you do, the friendship is over. Now, there's a difference in violating the trust and the friendship being over. Are you growing apart? That's fine, because that happens with a lot of Scorpios too. You tend to get into a deep friendship, and then you notice that you grow apart. And that's okay. You still love that person. You wish them well. It's just that season is coming to an end, or has, should I say, the romance of the parties kind of delinquishing. Not saying that you're lovers, just, you first meet friends, you're excited, you love to be around them and everything. And then you realize, hey, I still got my life over here. My friends got their life over there. And that's the way it is. Now, as a lover, a Scorpio will give you their all, intimately and emotionally. Okay? But understand this. Watch the steam. Because if you cross us and we've given you our all, there is a sting to come. It may not happen right then and there. It may not happen for years, but we will sting you. Okay? And it's not in revenge. It's about protection, because now you have made us have to protect ourselves. So we walk around with the stingers already out. That tail, it's a movement. Okay? Scorpios are known to be evil. Most people don't like to have Scorpios as a friend. Why? Because we're very blunt. Can tell you how we feel, what you're doing wrong, what we don't like about you, what we do like about you. And quite frankly, most of the time, don't give a darn if you care that your feelings are hurt by us. You asked us to be your friend. Very transparent. We are what you get. You can tell a Scorpio your intimate secrets. Okay? Open up to them totally. Give them your all when it comes down to your information. And even when you depart, that Scorpio will not violate that trust. No matter how mad they are at you. No matter what happened. You could have a fist-drawn gunshot, shootout, whatever you want to call it. That Scorpio will still take those things that you told them to their grave. They will always do that. Scorpios are not the ones to stab you in the back about your past and the things that you're going through. That's other signs we'll get into. But a Scorpio can be very conniving, can be very evil when you push us. There's no shame in it, and we're out to win. So at that point, understand we can be very dangerous. I myself have an evil side. There's two sides to Starfire. Sometimes you see the star, sometimes you see the fire, and that's when you should run. Because that's a true Scorpio. A Scorpio can tune you out so quick, it is ridiculous. There are people now that I have tuned out, and they can stand right next to me and be talking to someone that's standing in front of us, like there's a three-way conversation, and it's not, because I'll still be having a two-way conversation. Me and the person I was talking to before they walked up. Okay? Now, the person that crossed me can walk up, and I will act like I don't even see them. And I know it irritates them to their soul. It burns their spirit, but guess what? You cross the Scorpio. That's what happens. I can make you feel uncomfortable by just standing there and ignoring you. I have that power. Scorpios have that power. A Scorpio does not have to say a word to you. Just not look your way and totally ignore you gives us victory, because it bothers you. And you can't say it doesn't. Especially when you're in a situation where you have to see me and you know you've done me wrong, but I won't speak on it. I just ignore your ass. Yes. That's when you know. My sting is up. I'm about to plunge it. Now, Scorpios are very secretive. We may find that one friend that we will confide in and give them our all because we really trust that person and really love that person. But if that person ever crosses us, it's lights out. You'll never have a friend again. You can be on fire and I wouldn't spit. I could have the phone in my hand and you on fire, and for some reason 911 would not work in my phone. Why? Because I'm a Scorpio. There's an evil side to us. I don't have to come fight you and do all that hair pulling and all of that. Just my energy alone will either let you know that I care about you and that I love you, or that you have crossed the wrong person. It's up to you to decide who you want to meet, the star or the fire. Okay? A Scorpio tends to trust very little. And when I say trust very little, I mean trust very little. Scorpios do not tend to like to have big groups of friends. We can have associates, we can have family, but I'm not going to have a lot of friends because a lot of people can't understand me. I can't understand a lot of people. I don't like the fact that Scorpio has this reputation of being whores, prostitutes, hoes, whatever you want to call us, because that's not it. Yes, Scorpios are very good lovers. Ask me how I know I married one. So did he. But we're not hoes. Or at least not all of us. Or should I say not most of us? Not that many of us. Because there are some Scorpios that live up to that rumor. A Scorpio is a hoe, a great lover and a hoe. And it's true, a Scorpio can hypnotize you through sex. Okay? Scorpios has a way of making you feel like the ultimate person where you're just striving to get back to them. Why? Because that sexual drive is on fire. You know, you can go to work and you're supposed to be on a computer and all you're doing is thinking about that Scorpio who you made love to. Whether it be a marriage or someone you're dating. Now, at the same time, a Scorpio can hurt you with that power. Let's say you're in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. And she's a Scorpio. Man, you're used to running it. You're used to handling the relationship. You won't with the female Scorpio. Unless you are a Scorpio. But if you're not, you will not run that relationship. Scorpio women are very dominating. We're very seductive. And we know how to use what we have. A lot of people want to say it and some people don't. But for women, don't get me wrong, but there's this old saying, there's power in the pussy. Yeah, that's my daughter. I think I shocked her and she just dropped it. But anyway, there's power in the pussy. Okay? And sorry about that. As a woman, we all have that power. But as a Scorpio woman, oh my goodness, the power seems to be extremely strong. To the point where you sleep with a Scorpio woman, believe me, you've given up your manhood if you're not a Scorpio man. You're going to give that Scorpio woman everything she desires. Here's the thing. Most Scorpio women are not materialistic. But you will rub her feet. You will massage her back. You will call her all day to the point where she puts you on block. Because you're working her nerve. Because she has just stimulated your mind, body, and sexual soul to the point that all you can think about is being with this woman. Now, she will give you every bit of her to a point. Unless there is a ring on her finger and she is totally committed to you and you are totally committed to her, you will never know the full power of the pussy. Because a Scorpio woman is not going to give you all that. She's going to give you enough to make you beg. Enough to make you drool. Okay? That's about it. As far as a Scorpio man, not too much of a difference. Except the fact that that man will have you lingering so long to where you can't function, women that are not Scorpios. When you mess with a Scorpio man, more than likely you're not going to be able to function at all. You're not going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to sleep. If you got kids, you're barely taking care of them because you cannot get this man off your mind, because a Scorpio man will use what he has and then disappears on you because you're not married. Mind you, Scorpios are into commitments. So if you're one to just hop in a sack with them and think that they're going to call you back, bye, Felicia. He's not going to call you. Unless he's horny real quick and he just want to get a little bit. That's the only reason. A Scorpio man tends to have one queen, but they have many servants for some reason. Now I'm speaking about the excuse me, the single Scorpio man. They'll have one queen and many servants in their little world because they're not married. So they'll pay. There's one that they'll look at and be kind of like, she might be the one. Give her most of the attention. The rest of you, they're just going to use. You're going to be there for them to bust a nut and move on. Because let me tell you something about a Scorpio man. One thing they do like, excuse me, matter of fact, one thing they do love is a woman that respects herself. If you meet a Scorpio man, you jump in a bed with him right away, trust me, he don't want you. Because he figure you jumping in bed with everybody. Okay, if you jump in a bed with a Scorpio man and you don't even know his last name, believe me, you won't know the middle one because he ain't going to tell you nothing else. He's going to hit it and quit it. So if you want a Scorpio man in your life, make sure you got yourself together. They don't like hoes. They just sleep with them. Even though they're a hoe themselves. I'm just being honest with you. And I can say that because not only am I married to a Scorpio, my dad is a Scorpio. So I'm speaking from experience. Okay? Now, another thing about a Scorpio. We hold grudges for years and years and years. Now, I have a son that was supposed to be a Scorpio. But he came a little bit earlier than what he's supposed to. And he's always telling me to make peace. Mommy, you got to make peace. You got to forgive. I can forgive you, but a Scorpio will never, ever, ever forget. Okay? And most of the time, we ain't going to forgive. We're going to make you suffer. Because like I said, I love for people to come around me that I have a grudge against. Because just the fact that I have the power to make them feel, insecure. Make them think about what they did. So they don't do it to the next person. Now, understand this. If someone has really done me wrong and they come back and they're like, oh, Starfire, I want to apologize for what I did. And they're sincere, I will forgive. But they'll never be able to hurt me again. Because I won't let them back into my circle. They can be on the outside doing like this, waving to me. And I say, how you doing? But they'll never get back in. And that's with any Scorpio. If someone comes to us and they are really sorry for what they did or apologetic, I will accept that. But you will never get back into my circle. And this goes for majority of Scorpios. Now, you may have some Scorpios that will let you in and you sting them the second time. Then I really feel you should just dig your own grave and make it deeper than 6 feet because they're coming after you. Believe me, especially a woman. A woman Scorpio, we're very vindictive. Very vindictive. And we can be very evil. There are two sides, just like the Gemini. But the only difference between the Scorpio and the Gemini is the Gemini tries to hide what they're doing. Not a Scorpio. We can give a darn if you see it coming or not, because we're coming. Okay? Scorpios are mysterious. Makes you wonder. Especially when you're dating one, because you want to know everything about them and they won't give it to you. I'm married and my husband has a tendency to tell me, you still won't tell me everything about you before we met. And he won't either. He act like he does, but he doesn't. I'm sure if you see this video, he laughs because he knows I'm telling the truth. There's just some things in our lives that we keep to ourselves. It's no one's business. It's our past. It's our secrets. And it's ours to hold. And that's with every single Scorpio. There is always something about a Scorpio you are going to want to know. But guess what? We will not tell it all because it's none of your business. And to watch you try to find these things out is actually kind of amusing because we know when you're after us. We know when you're trying to pull things out. Just talk. Let's sit down and talk. Well, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Even in a friendship, I've had girlfriends. Girl, well, had this ever happened to you? I'll be like, no, And if it did, because it's none of their business, I'm not going to give you all of me because I don't trust you. friend. The person who knows the most about a Scorpio is the one that they are totally committed to. So that would be my husband, and that would be me for him. Now, yes, he has his boys, and he's going to talk to them and everything. But unless he has that one friend that he truly trusts, he's not going to share it all. We don't do that. That's just a Scorpio's nature. Okay? Now, Scorpios are very mysterious to the point where a Scorpio can seduce you. Men, the Scorpio woman can seduce you to the point where you think you are really about to enter into her womb and then back you up and say, no, I can't do it. I'm not ready. And what does that do? That makes that man want to come back, start begging and begging. Why? Because he has no control over what she's doing. And the same with the Scorpio man. He can woo that woman that's not a Scorpio to the point where she is losing her draws, but he won't touch her. It's a game. It's a game. And it happens, unfortunately. Now, one thing about a Scorpio. If we are committed, we are totally committed. If we're not, we're not. Do not play with the Scorpio unless you're ready for the sting. If you have a Scorpio as a friend, cherish that Scorpio. Because if they call you friend, they mean it. They truly mean it. But they're easy to be pushed away. Okay? And it happens so quickly with Scorpios. Something we can't control. If we just feel that there's any chance of distrust, we'll move on. Wishing you many blessings. But we'll move on. Still loving that person because they haven't done anything. It's just something isn't right. And a Scorpio can feel it. Because one thing about a Scorpio, our intuition, oh my God, out of this world. If a Scorpio woman is in a relationship and she gets that woman urge that there is something going on, she is not going to do like the next woman. She is not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go through his Facebook. I'm going to go through his phone. She's going to go through his life. We're going to go through the drawers, through the shirts, through the phone, through the car, everything. We are the best detectives. Scorpios are detectives, male or female. So if you're with the Scorpio and you think you're going to do something on the side, trust me, you're wasting your everlasting time. Because we will smile in your face. We will love you. We will do whatever we have to do. But the whole time, we know what you're doing. We're just waiting on the right moment. That's a Scorpio. Detectives. Look it up. You'll see. Scorpios are the best detectives out of the whole zodiac sign. I actually went and looked up 3 different things, gave you the top 10 worst zodiac signs. And most of them said number 1 was Scorpios. A lot of people say they wouldn't want us as a friend. But then others say they would. Because they know if you have a Scorpio as a friend, you have a good friend. But if you make a Scorpio as an enemy, you have a great enemy. Because we're good at it. And I'm not talking about trying to do things to change your life or disrupt you. Because like I said, a Scorpio will never tell your secrets. Why? Because you trusted us with it. And no matter how mad we get, we gave you a word never to share those things. So they'll never be repeated. Now we have some zodiac signs that will go off and run their water like you flush the toilet. Ring, ring, just telling it all. That's not us. So remember this. Scorpios can be very loving and dear. As long as things go our way. I have to tell you that too. I forgot about that. We are kind of like that. And I think that's where people get shocked that I'm actually married to a Scorpio. Because my husband is a very strong black man. And I feel I'm a very strong black woman. And we tend to do this. And most of the time he wins. I'm not going to front. Okay, one of us got to win. But because of our relationship, there's a way of winning, a way of respect. I know my husband would die for me. My husband, I would give my life for him. So, if someone out there is telling you they got the perfect marriage, stop lying. It don't happen. If you got the perfect marriage, you ain't married. Because that wife or husband got to be invisible. But try being 2 Scorpios married together. I mean, we can light fireworks When it comes down to the intimate part, and we can light fireworks when it comes down to arguing, because that's what we do. Wouldn't trade him for the world. I know the same is with him. So on that note, I'm going to end this about the Scorpios. And tomorrow we will be talking about, let's see, who do we want to talk about? We're going to talk about Cancer tomorrow. I'm going to do a video today later on, and I'll post it tomorrow for Cancers, okay? So remember, hit that subscribe button. It's free, I promise you. Hit the bell so you know when I'm on. And if you know a Scorpio, treat them right, unless you're ready. You can reach me at starfirequeenb@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, where I spell it the correct way. It's STARR, then the word fire. But on my email, it's STARFIREQUEEN, for beautiful, @gmail.com. May you have many, many blessings. Keep that third eye open and listen to what I'm saying about the Scorpios, okay? Keep that throat chakra speaking positive and honest things, and keep your heart right. And remember, once again, as Starfire says, it's not what goes into a man or woman that they have to give account for, but it is what comes out. Many, many blessings.